cheerful morning to all of you. Hope all of you are ready for today's video. So let's move to our today's topic, student. Today we are going to discuss about the second animal tissue, that is connective tissue. In our previous video we have discussed about epithelial tissue. So now we are going to move the second animal tissue, connective tissue. So yes student, concentrate here. Connective tissue, as the name suggests, connective tissues connects different parts of the body together and hold the body together. All the various parts in our body, the various organs in our bodies, they are connected together with the help of connective tissue. And this tissue is most diverse of all animal tissue type. What does it mean, diverse? Diverse means it ranges from fluidy nature to the hard nature. Some of the connective tissues, they are of fluid type, means they are just like water. And some connective tissues, they are very hard and stiff. For example, bones. We will discuss the type of connective tissues later. So these two are the basic characters of connective tissue. Now we will move towards the structure and composition of connective tissues. Structure and composition. What is the meaning of structure, students? That means how connective tissues look like, and composition means what is connective tissue made up of. So structure of connective tissues, the cells which are going to make the connective tissues, they are widely spaced. What is the meaning of this? Means the cells, they are far from each other. There is lots of space in between the cells. You can see in the diagram, students, there is lots of intercellular space in between the cell. And the spaces between the cell, it is filled by a dense fluid-like structure that is known as intercellular matrix or extracellular matrix. So I want to discuss these terms with you students. There are two different kind of terms. First is inter and the another is intra. What is the difference between these two terms, inter or intra? Inter terms means in between, means when we talk about the different cells and the space in between the cell, it is known as intercellular or extracellular. Extracellular is similar word to the intercellular. Extra means cell se bahar. So intercellular or extracellular, both terms are similar. The term means in between the cells. And what is the meaning of intra? Intra means within the cell. If we will talk about a cell, so the space within the cell, it is known as intracellular. So I hope student you have got all these, that inter and intra are two different terms. So here we talk about intercellular matrix, means a matrix, a fluid-like structure in between the cell. So generally this inter or extracellular matrix, it is of fluidy nature. Fluidy nature means it is watery in nature. It has lots of amount of water in it and some kind of fibers. But sometimes it can be dense. It depends on the function of particular connective tissue, whether the matrix is dense or the matrix will be fluidy. It all depends upon the kind of function of connective tissue. So now we will have a look on some kind of example of connective tissue. These kind of connective tissue we will discuss in detail further. So the example of connective tissues, bone, you have heard the name. Cartilage, it might be new for you student, we will discuss it. Ligaments, tendons, these both name you also have read in your 6th or 7th standard science book. Blood, it is also a type of connective tissue student, because blood connect all of the organs together, it flow throughout the body. adipose tissue and areolar tissue. So few names are new to you, just like cartilage, adipose tissue, areolar tissue. Few names you might have heard earlier: bone, blood, ligament, tendons. We all just clear our doubts about them. We all just clear the structure of these cartilage tissue and the function of these cartilage tissue in detail further. So let's move the type of the cartilage tissues. So now we will talk about the different type of connective tissues. So yes, here it is. The first type of connective tissue is bone. You might have heard the name of this. What is the special character of bone? So bones are strong and non-flexible. Non-flexible means we cannot move our bones. It forms framework of the body. What is the meaning of this? What do you mean by framework? Means it forms the structure of our body. Human body structure is all dependent on the skeleton of human body, and our skeleton is made up of bones. The main function of bone is that it forms the framework, as well as it also anchors the muscles. Anchors the muscles means it joins with the muscles to support our main organs. So as I told you earlier, that each connective tissue is made up of two parts. One is cell and the second is matrix. So here the cells of bones, they are known as osteocytes. Yes student, just you have to learn the spelling. Osteocyte, osteocytes. So osteocytes are the cells of bones, means bone cells are known as osteocytes. And second, matrix. Matrix means the fluid in between the cells. It is dense, means it is a type of a solid fluid. Not exactly solid, but it is dense in nature, which is made up of calcium and phosphorus. So you might have heard that for the stronger bones, doctors suggest you to take the calcium tablet, because the matrix of the bone is made up of calcium and phosphorus. There is one particular structure you can see in the diagram also. The cells are shown there of dark color. It is of dark pink color, the cells osteocytes, and in between the cells there is a particular structure that is known as canaliculi. Canaliculi, they are the holes in the matrix which just support communication between the cells. Means how the bone cells talk to each other, they talk with the help of canaliculi. So it is all about the bones. Now move to the second connective tissue. Our second connective tissue, it is ligament. This word you have heard in your junior classes. Ligament is a connective tissue which connect two bones with each other. Means this tissue is present in between two bones and it connects two bones each other. Its nature is flexible, means it is elastic in nature. Elasticity means flexibility. This tissue is flexible. It can bear the twisting without breaking, and there is very little extracellular matrix present in the ligament. The next one is tendons. What are tendons? Tendons are connective tissues which connect muscles to bone. So yes student, this is very important difference between ligament and tendons, that ligaments connect two bones with each other and tendons connect muscles to bones. So the question can come in the exam in 2-mark question or in 1-mark question, the difference between ligaments and tendons, so mark it important. So the nature of tendons, they are fibrous in nature and they are less flexible, means they do not have the elastic nature, they do not have the flexibility, they generally provide the strength. Okay, so this is up to the tendons. Now move to the fourth one connective tissue, that is cartilage. So cartilage tissue. So yes student, here you can also see the difference between bone and cartilage. As we have discussed in bone, that the bone tissue is strong and non-flexible, flexible, while cartilage is elastic or flexible. Means we cannot bend bones, but we can bend cartilage because of its flexibility. It generally found in our nose, in ear, in trachea. What is the meaning of trachea? Trachea is the windpipe which joins nose to the lungs, okay, and allow the air to pass through it and reaches into the lungs. So next is the covering of bones. So yes, student, where the movable joints present. Movable joints means which we can move. The joints of two bones which can move. For example, this elbow joints. So here the cartilage tissue cover those joints, cover the bones because it is a flexible tissue. So the structure of cartilage, it is also made up of two parts, cells and matrix. The cells of cartilage are known as chondrocytes, chondrocytes, chondrocytes. So the cells of cartilage are known as chondrocyte and the cells of bones are known as osteocytes. It is also a difference in between cartilage and bone. And the matrix of cartilage is also solid and it is made up of sugar and proteins. Here one more difference you can tell in between bone and cartilage, that bone matrix is made up of calcium and phosphorus, while cartilage matrix is made up of sugar and protein. So this is all about the cartilage. So till here we have discussed the four tissues. Before moving further, we just take a quick recap of these tissues. First, we have read about bone. Bone is the strong and non-flexible tissue. It just form the framework of our body. It form the skeletal system of our body, and the cells of bones are known as osteocytes, and the matrix of bone is dense and it is made up of calcium and phosphorus. In comparing with the cartilage is flexible tissue. It has elasticity, and generally the skeletal system of shark. Okay, the shark skeletal system is made up of cartilage. There is no skeletal system in the shark. No bones are present there. Basically, the skeletal system of shark is made up of cartilage, and in human being it is made up of bones. So yes, cells of cartilage are known as chondrocytes, and its matrix is also solid, but it is made up of sugar and proteins. And the next two important connective tissue, ligaments which connect bone to bone, and tendons which connect bone to muscles. Ligaments are elastic, means they are flexible, but tendons, they are less flexible. So up to here we have read about these four tissues. Now move to our next tissue, that is blood. You have read the detailed structure of blood in your 7th standard science book. I hope the concept is clear to you students. We just revise that topic here. That first of all, what is the function of blood? Blood generally transport gases, digested food, hormones, waste material to the different part of the body, because blood flow throughout the body. And the blood tissue is composed of cells and matrix, which is the liquid part. First we will talk about the matrix. The liquid part of blood, that is matrix. It is fluidy in nature, means it is watery in nature, and it is also known as plasma. So you have to concentrate here. The name of the matrix is plasma here in respect of blood. It contains proteins, salts and various kind of hormones in it. Now come to the cells of blood. There are 3 different kind of cells present in the blood tissue. The first, which is very important, that is RBC. The full form of RBC, red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. So what is the function of RBC, students? The RBC carry hemoglobin, and the main function of hemoglobin to transport oxygen throughout the body cells. It carries oxygen throughout the body cells. And the second cell of blood, it is white blood cells or WBCs. We also call them leukocytes. The another name of white blood cells is leukocytes. The spelling here, leukocytes. L-E-U, leukocytes, K-O-C-Y-T-E-S. And the another name of red blood cell is erythrocytes. So in your book it has not given, it's just for your information, knowledge. It is sufficient for you if you will learn RBC red blood cells, WBC white blood cells. So what is the main function of WBC here? The WBC cells, they are the soldiers of our body. They generally protect our body from the infection. They just fight out with the pathogens which try to enter in our body. So they are the just to protect our body. They are just like the soldiers of our body. The next is platelets. Yes, platelets, these cells, they help in the clotting of blood. Clotting means, what is the meaning of clotting? If there is any kind of injury in the body, if there is any kind of cut, there is any kind of wound and blood start flowing. So the platelet cells, they just go there, collect there, and they just stop the blood from flowing. This means they clot the blood, okay, so that the loss of blood will stop. So this is about the blood. You can see the structure of the cells of blood in the diagram. Red blood cells, they are generally disc shape like. Their shape is of just like a disc. White blood cells, these are further classified into different type of cell, students, but there is no need to learn them now. You will read the type of WBCs in the higher classes, but there all the cells, all the different type of WBCs, they are having some little differences in their structure. And the platelets, they are just round cells. So the structure is given in the diagram. You can see the diagram in your book also. Now come to the another tissue, that is adipose tissue. This name is new to you. Adipose meaning, what is the meaning of adipose? Adipose, that means the tissue which is present just below our skin. This tissue is specialized to store fat just under our skin. So it is also known as fat storing tissue. So this tissue just act as a insulator of our body, means it act as a bad conductor of heat. It generally protect our body heat to escape out from the body. So it prevent us to feel cold during the cold season, because it has known as insulator. It is because fats are the bad conductor of heat. It do not allow the body heat to escape out from the body. So where it found, the adipose tissue, it generally found just below the skin and between the internal organs. Internal organs means the organs which are present inside the body, such as heart, lungs, livers, all the organs. So in between the organs, this kind of tissue is present, and the cells of this tissue, it is known as adipocytes. A-D-I-P-O-C-Y-T-E-S. Adipocytes means adipose tissue cells. Okay, these cells contain larger fat globule in it. मतलब कि fat की एक ऐसी structure होती है इनके अंदर which stores fat in it. You can see in the diagram the cells with a larger fat globule in it, in which they store fat. Okay. So now move to the last connective tissue, that is areolar tissue. So areolar tissue, what is the meaning of areolar tissue? It generally found between the skin and the muscles. Skin and the muscles, it join the skin with the muscles. So it found between the skin and muscles. It also found around the blood vessels. What are blood vessels? They are the tube-like structure in which blood flow throughout the body. And they are also found around the nerves. So they are generally present through all over our body, around the blood vessels, around the nerves, and they generally support our internal organs, and they also help in the repairing of the damaged tissue. So they are the generally repairing tissues which help in the repairing of the damaged part of our body. So up to here, students, now, we have now come to the ending of our topic. Our connective tissue is end up here. We have read about the total 7 type of connective tissue. I hope all you got all the concept is clear. It should be clear to you. So just take a revision and just read out the pages from your book. The second animal tissue, that is connective tissue. And that's all for today, students. Have a nice day ahead.